This is bellwork for Wednesday, January 24th. On number 1, it's asking us to simplify 15x to the 6th times y to the negative 9th over 5x times y to the negative 11th. Alright, so we're going to split this up into pieces. And we'll start with 15 over 5, which is 3. Then we'll do x to the 6th over x, which is equal to 6 minus 1, because this is like x to the 1st, and that's equal to x to the 5th. And then we'll get y to the negative 9th over y to the negative 11th. So that's equal to y to the negative 9 minus negative 11, which is going to be y to the 2nd. Okay, so we'll put that all together, and we're going to end up with 3x to the 5th times y to the 2nd. Number 2, it's asking us to write the equation of the line given. So we have 2 points. I'm going to go ahead and write these in point form. So first point is negative 4 and negative 2. And the second point is 2 and 7. So we want to go ahead and figure out what is the slope. And it's equal to the change in y over the change in x. So we're going to do negative 2 minus 7 over negative 4 minus 2. And it's going to equal negative 9 over negative 6, which when we simplify, we're going to get a positive 3/2. Okay, then once we have the slope, we can go ahead and pick one of our 2 points, put it into our slope-intercept form, and solve for b. So I'm just going to use the first one. And instead of y, we want to do negative 4, or not negative 4, we want to do negative 2 equals 3/2 for m times negative 4 for x plus b. Okay, then we just solve for solve for b, and we'll do negative 2 equals negative 12 over 2, which is negative 6, plus b. Add 6 to both sides, and we'll get b is equal to 4. Then we go ahead and put everything in slope-intercept form. We get y equals 3/2 for m times x plus 4 for y, or 4 for b. On number 3, it's asking, is the function linear, quadratic, or exponential? So we have to make sure first, is the x changing at a constant rate? And it is. It's changing by 2 each time. It's going up by 2. And then look at the y value and see how it's changing. Okay, so from 17 to 11, it's going down 6. Then from 11 to 5, it's going to go down 6. Then 5 to negative 1, down 6. And negative 1 to negative 7, down 6. So each time it's going down by the same amount, 6. So that is a linear function. It's linear. On number 4, it's asking, are the lines parallel, perpendicular, or neither? So we have to get y by itself on each of these. So I'll start with the top one, and we're going to do 2y, and it's going to be equals negative 3x. So we'll go ahead and subtract the 3x from both sides, plus 5, and then divide by 2. So we're going to get y is equal to negative 3/2 x plus 5. And the number that we care about is this negative 3/2. That's the slope. We're going to compare the slope in these two. So our first slope was negative 3/2. And then the second slope, we'll go ahead and solve for y in our second equation. So we're going to get 3y equals positive 2x plus 5. Then divide by 3, and I will get y is equal to 2/3 x plus 5. So our second slope is 2/3. We want to compare those. If they are the same, those lines are parallel. They are not the same, so they're not parallel. If they are negative reciprocals of each other, then those lines are perpendicular. So if I look at the two slopes, I have negative 3/2. And if I flip that over and do the negative of it, it's going to turn it positive into 2/3. So that's going to go from negative 3/2 to 2/3. That's negative reciprocal. That means that these two lines are perpendicular. Number 5 is asking which panda will weigh more in 5 weeks. And we have two different representations of the weights. First one is a table, and the second one is a line graph. And they both go up to, well, the first one only goes up to 3 weeks. The second one goes up to 4 weeks. Well, we're going to have to extend it, both of them, to 5 weeks and see which one's going to weigh more. So on the first one, week 0 it's 1. On week 1 it's 5. On week 2 it's 9. And week 3 it's 13. And this was for Moki. So this is Moki's table. Just kind of changed it a little bit in the format so we can see what's going on. So we're going from 1 to 5. It's 4 pounds. 5 to 9 is 4 pounds. 9 to 13 is 4 pounds. So it's changing at a constant rate. It's adding 4 each time. So the fourth week is going to be 13 plus 4. It's going to weigh 17 pounds. On the fifth week, it's 17 plus 4. It's going to weigh 21 pounds. Okay, so that's Moki. Now we'll look at the other panda named Kappa. And we're going to turn its line graph into the same format as we did for Moki. So at week 0, Kappa weighed 2 pounds. On week 1, Kappa weighed 5 pounds. On week 2, Kappa weighed 8 pounds. On week 3, Kappa weighed 11 pounds. And then on week 4, Kappa weighed 14 pounds. So we look how this is changing. We're doing plus 3, plus 3, plus 3, plus 3. So we're going to do another plus 3 on week 5. And we'll get 17 pounds. So the winner is Moki.